All right, welcome back, everyone. We are here with Adam Thompson with Toolpeat Insurance.
Welcome, Adam.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you guys so much. And Adam and I are actually fellow Medicine Hat.
We are.
Pedigree, I guess. I don't know what you would call it.
It's crazy to me how many people are from Medicine Hat.
Yeah, you shouldn't say it like that. You say it's amazing how many people are from Medicine Hat.
It's because you're from Medicine Hat.
It's perfect. It's perfect. Great place to grow up.
Yeah.
But Adam, you've been working in insurance now for over a decade.
Yep.
And you have thousands and thousands and thousands of realtors.
7,000, yeah.
7,000
Wow.
realtors
Yeah.
participating in the program
Yeah.
across 5 provinces.
Five
now.
provinces, yep.
And it's you and one other individual here in town, Lindsay,
Yep.
who you guys are working to do this program. So congratulations. I mean, you really
Thanks.
own this whole RealProSure system
Yeah.
and insurance product.
Yeah, no, we've had a lot of growth in the last couple of years. We've expanded it to a few different provinces as well too. And if there's a demand, we're there to hopefully fill it. There is exposure out there. We have a program that's tailored for real estate professionals, and we just go out there and just do our thing. Try to protect as many people as possible.
Great.
So now the issue here is just fundamentally is that we have REX insurance,
Yes.
which covers errors and omissions related to a transaction.
Yes.
But if something happens that affects property or bodily harm, that doesn't cover it. That's not related.
No, really where you have to start with that conversation is what does REX truly cover us for? What does it not cover us for is almost a better question in that as well too. REX will insure for errors and omissions with respect to a transaction in real estate. That's all claims that would be intangible. Somebody's out of money because of a contract that went sideways or whatever it is, whatever type of allegations coming out of it. Somebody's lost money. Where we pick up is where somebody gets injured, property gets damaged. There's still always a lawsuit that's going to happen here, but that's where we need to make sure that these agents are protected for any type of allegations.
Right.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, but I know that you have a presentation, and I don't want to be that person that asks questions that are in the presentation.
Yeah, let's go through this,
Can we
and
do
then we'll
that?
see if you have any questions
Okay.
afterwards.
Cool.
Cool. All right, Jordan, take us through, and Adam, I'll turn this over to you.
Sweet.
And just go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. So yeah, just a little bit about myself, Adam Thompson with Toolpeat Insurance. I've been running this insurance program, well, Toolpeat has for about 10 years. We've seen a lot of growth in the last couple of years, like we were just talking about. So first and foremost, what is RealProSure? It's a customized general liability policy. We built this from the ground up. We understood that a standard insurance policy was not going to respond correctly to some of the claims or allegations that can happen in real estate. So we built this to make sure it's the most comprehensive coverage that's available in Canada. So we talked about REX as well too. That's covering for an intangible loss. General liability is something that's tangible. Somebody's been injured, property's been damaged, and we'll go through a few claims examples that I have here as well too. But I'd like to talk about this. Why do I need to have insurance? Errors and omissions is mandatory. So that's in the legislation to say that you need to carry errors and omissions. And there's no legislation stating that you need to have general liability. Really though, at the end of the day, why do I need to have proper protection for my business? It's because we could get sued and our personal assets are at risk. That's what we're looking to protect here. We've got a risk that's out there. Maybe we're aware of it, maybe we're not. We still should first and foremost be aware of it, educate ourselves on it, then we know how to mitigate it and control that risk as well too. So we also have some other coverages that are available under the program for lost bank drafts, lost listing expense, and thefts. We've got some different exposures out there that we can get called into. Some other key coverages here that we include is coverage for legal expense if you get brought against RECA. Typically a lawsuit will follow with a complaint against RECA. This policy will also fund legal expense for your protection against RECA as well too. So it's a little unique on that as well.
Cool.
Claims examples, let's just go through a few claims examples really quickly. I had one a couple years ago where an agent had tripped and fell on the stairs and took out the buyer. And
took out the buyer.
Yeah, the buyer's at the bottom of the stairs and the agent's at the top of the stairs, and he just slipped and fell on the top of the stairs. I talked to this guy a little while ago. I said, what happened? He said, I just tripped and fell. Came down, took out the buyer at the bottom of the stairs. They landed in a heap. He goes, are you okay? He goes, no, I'm not okay. Call an ambulance. Called an ambulance. His ACL was broken in a couple of places. It was a bad break. And essentially on that one, it was a very wealthy individual. And he's out of commission for about 2 months. So we get served with a lawsuit on that one. We paid a considerable amount. Over $200,000 is what the claim got settled for.
Wow.
The question on that claim too, I always say, is what did the agent pay us?
Yeah.
$200. Paid us $200 and we pay out that lawsuit. And there's no deductible if somebody gets injured. The coverage and the policy will automatically respond to an injury. So yeah.
Can I ask a side question
Yeah,
that might
of
not have
course.
anything to do with real estate?
Yeah.
So as like a normal human being who's not a realtor, if I'm at my friend's house and I fall from the top of the stairs and I hit someone at the bottom,
Yeah.
can they sue me if they're injured?
They could, but it all comes back to negligence. And were you negligent? And can they prove that you were negligent? That's the real test here in any lawsuit situation. In this,
So the buyer could prove that the realtor was negligent when they fell down the stairs?
exactly. And in this
Oh.
case too, with claims, it always goes through the homeowner's policy first.
Right.
But there's an issue in a lot of my claims where there's no homeowner's policy. That was the
okay, I
situation in that claim. Because typically, like I say, it's going to go through the homeowner's policy first. If there's no homeowner's policy or it's a vacant home, which is another big issue that I have, there's no insurance on it. Now us as a listing agent or as the agent that was present during the injury, now we're on the hook to pay for this liability.
Gotcha.
So it does work like that a lot of times. Had a similar situation too where the agent had flipped the wrong switch in a basement and left and came back 3 days later. It was a vacant property again. There's no insurance on the house. And then the switch was for the underground sprinkler, and the underground sprinkler ran for 3 days, and the drain to the basement was plugged. And they came back, they had a basement swimming pool down there. So they could take a few steps down the stairs and dive right into this basement. So that's just an example too of just we flipped the wrong switch. Sometimes it's something so small turning into something so large as well too. And we got to be careful because we don't always have the control out there. We can't always control whether our clients are insuring their home correctly, but we can't control whether our liability is insured or not for these types of examples, right? So,
Gotcha.
but yeah, a few other things here I'd like to talk about as well. Other operations like property management, business brokering. This policy is for real estate transactions and for general liability. It does not automatically pick up property management, business brokering. We have a lot of these other operations that can sometimes occur like RMS, contracting, photography. This policy, just so that we're aware of that we're talking about here this morning, is for real estate and real estate only. The other thing here as well too that I like to talk about is automobile insurance. We want to make sure that you have the correct automobile insurance in place. We're real estate agents. We could have people in our vehicles. We got a passenger hazard there. We need to make sure that it's properly covered and our insurance broker knows that we're a real estate agent. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Interesting.
Outside of that, a few other slides here that I have. I just want to do a quick run through of what the program entails. This is coverage that's automatically included under any of our policies that you would be able to purchase online. There's a $5 million commercial general liability limit. We went with a very, very high limit because we wanted to ensure the highest common denominator, not the lowest. The deductibles here, property damage deductible is going to be $1,000. So it's not going to be on something small that we're going to be using this insurance. It's typically going to be worst case scenarios. But we have a lot of small property damage claims where we've left the door open and some rainwater gets in or what have you. Bodily injury, like I said before, there's no deductible on that. So if somebody gets injured, we will respond without the deductible being paid. We do have an option to extend coverage to your office or your residence as well too. But the one thing I'll say on that is if you do have a home office in your basement or what have you, insure it through your homeowner's policy. That way if you do have a claim, you're going to deal with one adjuster, pay one deductible. It's a little bit better, but we do have an option as well too to insure that. This is something unique that we included under the program a couple years ago was missing property insurance. You do the open house or the showing and the allegation comes through that something went missing. We'll also defend those types of allegations as well too. We do have to conduct an investigation in any claim to find out what truly happened, but we are going to provide defense for that. Like I said, legal expense if you get brought against a regulator as well too, up to $25,000. Lost listing expense, this is a new coverage that we added after Fort McMurray. If there's ever been a loss or the house burns down or there's a flood and you lose the listing because of that, we'll now reimburse agents up to $2,500 per listing for any out-of-pocket expenses. No deductible, no premium on that. This is all included. Identity theft insurance, this is your own identity if that were to ever occur. We also included under this crime provision lost or stolen bank drafts up to $100,000. I have gotten a call before saying, I lost an $80,000 bank draft, what do I do? my first response is typically freak out. Then you want to call your broker. Then your broker's going to call me. And so with that type of situation as well, we insure up to that $100,000 if that were to occur. And then we also have legal guard, so you can call a lawyer and speak to a lawyer at any time under this policy as well too. Standard premium is $200. That's what we sell these policies for typically. With CIR, we do have a discount here that can be applied. How do you get the insurance? You just go to realestateinsurance.ca, click on that. You go to Buy Now for Agents. You select your option. We have a couple different options available for you there. Make sure that you're selecting CIR under the association drop-down. That'll make sure that you can get the $20 discount, and those policies will sell for CIR agents for $180 per year. Once the payment is received, you received an email with an insurance certificate, and you're all set for a year. Coming up on renewal, you'll receive a reminder email, go online, renew your insurance, and you'll have to do that once a year.
Now, one of the things that I like about this and speaking to this is that you can buy GL insurance for general business stuff.
Yep.
But you guys have tailored this to the real estate profession.
We have.
Which is super, super nice.
Yep.
The other thing that CIR has done is we've kept it optional for you guys. But one of the things that we've seen a lot of brokerages do is they put us in a line item. And I've seen up to $25 to $30 a month, people charging this back to their agents. They're charging out $300 a year and profiting off of this insurance. It's like they're double dipping in it. So we just want to have it where this is at cost. This is not a profit center for us. We don't want to make money from you guys on this. And where you can find this on the virtual office, that link is in the What You Need to Know section of the virtual office. That's in the mid kind of bottom right-hand corner. And you'll see one that says General Liability Insurance Toolkit. Click on there and you can walk through the process. And just remember that it'll say $200, click on that. The discount gets applied when you select the association at checkout, and you'll just see CIR Realty there. So it'll say $200.
Exactly.
Click through. Before you enter your credit card, you'll see CIR Association, select CIR Realty, and it'll be reduced down to the $180. We're not going to mark this up to try to gouge you guys and make money off, like a lot of other brokerages that we've seen do. So that's that. So Adam, thank you guys so much for putting this all together.
No problem. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, cool. If they have any questions as well, they can reach you. We're going to send out a PDF pamphlet, which I saw had your email contact information on it.
Yep.
And people can get in touch with you directly if there's any further questions on it.
Great.
Cool. Also, one more piece on that is we will keep you guys posted on the business assets only and the property management insurance as well. We're going to be doing up an individual policy for that and making sure that everyone is covered for their business practice.
Sweet.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Guys, quickly before we let you go, just a reminder that next weekend is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, since we won't see you before then. But yeah, so we won't have a meeting. Hopefully you guys are sleeping in because you have eaten too much turkey and you're real tired. So hopefully you're doing that. But have a great week. See you at some of the classes. And we will be back with an agent pursuit segment the following Monday.
It's now called CR Business Mastery.
CR Realty Business Mastery. Ooh.
New branding.
New branding.
All right.
I made it so bad. Vacation brain. Sorry.
Catch up with you guys soon. Thank you.